Let's get right to breaking news. Right now, a fire is burning in North Spokane. That's where crews are battling the building fire in that area. It's good to have you here with us. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Now, crews say that the building had been on their radar for some time now. So this morning, Nicole Hernandez is live on the scene near East Trent and North Regal. So Nicole, what can you tell us about this fire right now?
Yeah, so right now we're on Trent, just west of Freya here, and the fire is still actively burning in this building. So take a look here. You can see those flames fluming out of the top of the building here. A lot of smoke coming out as well. As it starts to get lighter, a little bit lighter, you can see more of that smoke as well. We've got two different ladders spraying this fire from the top here. So this fire started late last night around 8:30. Overnight it died down a little bit, but this morning winds kicked up, really got that fire raging again. So the fire is in spots that crews just can't get to because it's not safe. They said there's actually two different roofs in the building, and it's in between the real roof and the false roof, basically. But there's a crew also making sure on the outskirts of the building that there's no embers that are going to catch on the brush around the building. The crews do say that they will be here throughout the day, though, well into the day, to keep this fire at bay and really knock it down. So Spokane Fire Chief Brian Schaefer said earlier, this building has been unoccupied for years. Crews will be able to were able to search about 80% of the building before conditions became too unsafe. They said they found nobody and there have been no injuries reported at this point. He also said the building has been on their radar for quite some time.
It was on the fire department system as a dangerous building, meaning we tracked these buildings, identified what the foot traffic, what some trespassers may or may not have done to the building in terms of rendering it unsafe.
Now, Schaefer said that some of that damage includes holes in floors and unsafe stairwells. Now back out here live, Trent here is completely open. Traffic is unaffected at this point, but coming around the corner is quite a shocking sight to see these flames and this smoke coming out of this building here. So if you are in the area, do expect people to slow down as we get the morning commute going. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Now, of course, we'll continue to follow this story throughout the morning. So for the very latest information, you can head to our website at KREM.com or check out our KREM 2 app.
God, it's not inside.
3 people are dead after a train derailment in Montana.
An Amtrak train derailed near Joplin, Montana Saturday afternoon. Now, the Empire Builder train was en route from Chicago to Seattle when it derailed near Joplin, which is west of Havre, Montana. It was expected to come through Spokane. 141 passengers and 16 crew members were on board at the time. 8 of the 10 train cars derailed. Now, the cause of that derailment is currently unknown, and thankfully, all passengers have been accounted for.
Montana's governor says the majority of people who responded to the scene were volunteers, and those who were wounded were taken to hospitals, and strangers even gave stranded passengers rides to airports.
Your heart hurts, your stomach hurts, you know what's going on, but at the same time, there are people that need your help. They were in a horrific event, and just going in and letting them know that you cared and you were trying the best you could and you would get answers for their questions, but it was going to take some time. They were completely understanding.
The National Transportation Safety Board sent a 14-member team to Montana to investigate that derailment.
Now, we're also hearing from passengers aboard the train when it tipped over.
One man says he is a regular Amtrak customer and has never experienced anything like what he witnessed.
I was lucky in that I was able to grab a hold of the coffee table. There's a coffee table that's bolted to the floor, and the train tipped about 45 degrees, and I thought it would stop, but you know, it takes a while for it to stop, and then it continued to go all the way down. At that point, I just held on to that, and my legs were dangling down below, and the windows broke out down below, and which is how we eventually escaped after the train stopped. But I hate to think what would have happened if I hadn't been able to hold on to my table.
So another passenger describing his experience as he was stuck in one of the cars that detached from the train.
I was laying down in my compartment on a bed, so luckily I just tumbled. Just in the room. I heard a loud bang, and then the car tipped. I was able to pop my window out and climb out and then help other people up. And then we sat until we got some ladders and we got people down.
Amtrak says if you have any questions about friends or family members who might have been on board the train, you should call 1-800-523-9101. Now, this train derailment takes place almost 4 years since the last deadly Amtrak derailment in the Northwest.
So you might remember this one. 3 people died in December of 2017 when a train derailed in Pierce County. It happened on a bridge that crosses I-5 near DuPont. 3 train passengers died and dozens more were hurt.
Investigators say the train was traveling 50 miles per hour faster than it was supposed to be. The NTSB says the main reasons for the derailment were Sound Transit's failure to require positive train control and inadequate training by Amtrak.
So this story is continuing to develop as investigators continue to look into the cause of that derailment.
So for the very latest information, all you need to do is text the word Amtrak to 509-448-2000. We'll send you a link right to your phone with the very latest.
All right, 6:05 here on this Monday morning. We are kicking off a new work week,
That's
a new
right.
school week, Jeremy. So what's the bus stop forecast looking like for the kiddos heading back to school today?
You know, it's kind of similar to start the day and to end the day, weirdly. It's one of those kind of Mondays. Early on today, temperatures are pretty mild, 63 degrees here in town. You can see I did ditch the coat as I came back out. I went, oh, it is so warm out here. The suit is just fine, so if the kids are heading out and they want to throw a sweatshirt on, let them. We've got cloud cover and a couple of isolated showers throughout the day, and that's really going to be what we continue to see. The showers themselves today aren't going to be that heavy, but tonight, that does all change. We'll see a little bit of wind out ahead of the arrival of the front, and yes, it is a front, so wind is southerly, and then the front arrives and wind kind of shifts to more westerly, and that's going to usher in those cooler temperatures, but expect a breezy day as these showers move in. We saw a little activity early on in the morning. We're going to see a couple of stray showers, but a bulk of it does arrive later on this evening. It's really as the sun goes down and continues overnight, eventually moving out as the sun comes up early tomorrow morning, giving way to a cloudy day with a few isolated showers thereafter. So somewhat similar to what we see today. Once again, bulk of that rain overnight tonight, but breaking it down hour by hour, we don't really change that much in terms of temps. We go from the low 60s this morning to the mid to upper 60s later on this afternoon.
It's time now for your morning rush. More news in less time.
Spokane police are looking for a missing North Spokane teen. Now, 17-year-old McKenna J. Martinez was last seen in the 8900 block of North Colton Road. She was wearing a black tank top and gray leggings. She has shoulder-length purplish red dyed hair. Spokane police say that she has some disabilities, so any information about her whereabouts should be reported to them immediately.
Emergency crews responded to a fire at New Community Church in downtown Spokane on Sunday afternoon. Firefighters were able to quickly get that fire under control with minimal damage to the church building. Officials say one person was in the basement but managed to get out safely. No injuries were reported. They believe the fire started on the roof, but the cause of the fire still under investigation.
A Washington State Patrol trooper died of COVID-19 early Sunday morning. 38-year-old Detective Eric Gunderson served with the WSP for nearly 16 years. He's survived by his wife and 2 sons. A memorial service is currently being planned, but the details of that service will be announced at a later date.
That's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.
And we're going to take you outside after the break. We're going to talk clouds to start the day, but showers on the way for much of the inland Northwest.
And one person is dead after a shooting in Pullman over the weekend. This morning, WSU students describe what it was like when the shots rang out.